Hey guys, so welcome to the 16th live stream. So the last live stream that we have, unfortunately there was some error. I went to Google search about it and I can't find an answer for it as well. So it could be a YouTube issue, it could also be an encoder issue and stuff. I honestly do not know what's the problem here. So the only thing that I did differently from the rest of the other live stream was that I have actually use my handphone to actually go live together so that I can actually view it in front of me, so that whenever there's a comment, the live stream will actually just appear right in front of me instead of I have to tilt my head to the left to check. So that was the only thing that was different. So I do not know if that is the main cause of it. So for this live stream, I'm actually testing it out again, putting the phone right in front of me and going live together with what I have here. Okay. So if later on, unfortunately, if the live stream were to be lagging or disconnected, I'm going to suspect most probably it's going to be the phone issue. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully there's no technical issue this time around. So moving forward with our Nightingale. After Monday, after the live stream, I actually spent a bit of time to search for the solution and stuff. So that wasn't much of a time spent on the model kit itself. But one thing I did yesterday was I actually cut out this section of it. So just to share with you how it looks like originally. Okay, so from the top view, you can actually see that very obviously there's a panel that is being removed. Alright, so this panel that is removed, right, is actually the section where we place our thrusters. Okay, so I actually measured using the guiding tape and some guidelines. So I've been drawing a lot of lines over the places just to find out if the lines are overlapping some of these panels, some of these section here that is holding on to the thrusters. Then making use of the light that I have, I just scan through it and see if it's overlapping it or is actually beyond that section there. So once I have my confirmation of where the lines are, I actually cut it out. Okay, using my sonic cutter, I actually cut out that panel, which is what you'll see here. So I'll be keeping these two pieces away. Have more space. Okay, and what you see here is basically I haven't cleaned up the edges yet, so you actually see exactly what I have just sliced it off. Okay, and right underneath this portion here, okay, you'll see a small little magnet. And I actually make use of some leftover parts from the Sazabi. I believe this is from the leg section, but I have actually trimmed off some of the details and I'm only left with this small little section here. So how these things work is that I have placed a magnet here as well. Okay, and this piece will go together with the thrusters, and this will actually slot in between. Okay, nicely. I just have to squeeze it slightly tighter so that it doesn't drop. Of course, it's still quite easy to be removed, to be honest. So I will most probably make use of some super glue to secure it after I paint it, or I might also see if I have any smaller magnet to secure these two pieces together. Okay. So after we have secured these two things together, what's going to happen is that this will actually be stick on just like that. So I'm not worried that this thing will drop off easily once it's being stick on, mainly because this will be from an angle. So if this were to be vertically down, then it will be drop off easily. But because this is from a diagonal angle, it should be quite secure, So I might be using again just some simple super glue after painting it, just to stick the things up, and that's about it. Okay, or magnet will do. These two should be workable. So what will I be doing today or tonight is that I've actually drawn out some of the panel line, and before doing the panel line, I actually need to sand down the edges, smooth them out. I don't want to draw a panel line and then realize that later on, while doing the sanding and stuff, it might affect the position or the thickness of certain panel line around the edges there. So it's better to actually do some cleanup first before we move on to the details. So I'm going to just move things away and only focus on areas that you want to sand. And while sanding, I'll take this opportunity to share with you some of the tools that I have as well, and when to use them and what's the pros and cons of using them as well. Okay, so I'll be keeping the thrusters aside. I think those are quite common that you can find videos about tutorials of how to sand simple stuff. Okay, but for things like that, things that are being cut off from sonic cutter, what happens is that the blade is heated up, although it's moving very quickly. So as it's moving very quickly, when you touch the surface, it's actually heating it up, and you're actually melting the plastic when you are cutting along. So what we need to do is actually a few things. You can either use your sanding stick, or you can use a very rough sandpaper, like 400 or 240, the kind. And what we're going to do is, or you can just use a diamond file, which I have here, to help sand down those melted edges. So I will use the diamond file, at the same time something rougher. It's really up to your preference. For me, I will use either the diamond file or either one of them. Okay, so in this situation, I would prefer to use the sanding stick, mainly because this whole piece is smaller. I can actually put my sanding stick here and I can just sand it across. Later on, when I work on the bigger piece like this, it might be slightly harder to do this, so I might be using this as well. So it really depends on the situation. Or maybe I don't even need a diamond file. It really depends on your preference and your situation as well. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to straighten the edges, because when I was using the sonic cutter, all I did was I placed a metal ruler above it like that, and then I just slice it across. So there might be some areas that might have a little bit curve, so I'm trying to even those edges out. Now I'm going to sand the surface to remove the melted edges. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to my diamond file, because I only want to sand this section here. I realized that when I was using the sanding stick, a certain part of it have been sand off as well. So to minimize the kind of issue, I will switch to my diamond file. Okay, the next tool that I'll be sharing with you is also a sending filing state. So this is a metal file from Tamiya, and I actually like to use this for sending away some of the very thick nubs, or you know, those small little nubs where you send it away. Anyway, I'll just share and explain to you. So basically, after using the rough files, right, your edges still have those white lines or scratches. So these metal files actually help to remove them as well. So they come in different sizes. Some are slightly thicker. You know, this is thinner and longer. So when you use it, you actually have a very smooth surface. Okay, so you can actually use this one, or just use a 600 to 1000 sandpaper to get the same effect or same result. Okay, so basically why am I sending over again is you can see that the edges at the corner here, okay, it's not that smooth, so I'm actually going in to fix them by sanding it down. Yeah, I'm going to use the diamond file again to share with you guys how it looks. So so right now, if you see, this area here is white. Okay, this area here is white, and after using a diamond file, okay, it's no longer that white already, because it actually helped to polish a little bit as well. Okay, hi Wilson. Okay lah, because I was painting this morning or this afternoon, so yeah, I'm actually painting the hollow ball. So there was some imperfection in the model itself, so I actually redo certain part of it today. So yeah, that's why my fingernails are red. Okay, actually I do not know why the comment section is not updating on my phone, so I want to try to activate it. Okay, I don't see the comments updating on my phone. That's weird. Or maybe I'm not paying attention to the phone. But anyway, let's move on. Top right, let me try. Okay, it's on. I think I need your help to type some things so that I can see if the comments are updated on my phone or not. Nope, it's not being updated. I'm going to try again. Okay. Because yesterday, or actually the option that I used on a Monday, I actually see the comments happening, quite obvious one on my left screen, but not sure why it's not updating it. Okay, the other way I can try is to oh, okay, I think I got it. There was another option to switch between live chat and talk chat. So I think the current option that I have was a talk chat. Yeah. So after switching to the live chat, I think all the comment section appeared on my left screen. I think you all can try again to type something out, and it should be updated correctly now. Wow, chocolate 真好吃. Yeah, okay, I saw the comments now. I agree, chocolate is nice to eat. Yeah, so maybe it's that day it could be a connection issue lah. But the funny thing is I have no problem with my phone. I can still receive messages from Facebook. You know, Kenneth messaged me about the disconnection and stuff. So I really have no idea what happened that day. So Yeah lor. So they all went down to Taka. I saw Taka have some toy sales and stuff like that. Good lah, save money. You mean the kits you don't like or the price you don't like? I think there's only like one MG, is it? MG Mark II Titan, or is it the Earth Federation? Is it Titan one or Earth Federation? I think the white color one. Yeah. Few high grades. So like the sales this time round, not that fanciful. I think there was one period the Sentai sales, they have a PG Banshee going for 200. Oh, that was really a steal, man. $38 for that MG, actually not bad. The Mark II. It's actually quite a nice kit because those older master grade the inner frame have a lot of details one. Can actually use it for reference or just do a very nice open hatch. Yeah. I was hoping they sell it again this year at their warehouse sales, but it went back up to 200 plus. Yeah. So far that's the only perfect grade that I have built, and quite challenging really. But if you don't intend to do any modification, actually still okay . Okay, so moving on to the bigger piece here, there are some small little area where I can't use the sanding stick to help me remove the excess plastic. So I use the metal file. Yeah, actually I watched the the video that you posted over at Gunpla Singapore. Quite interesting. After he paint already, then he will use those metal rod to actually poke into certain areas, and then glue it onto the model kit. And the nice thing about his work is that he breaks his video into different sections, so you actually get to see how he work on it. I'm still looking for an opportunity to do those open hatch. Maybe in the future I might incorporate those concept, open hatch concept, into this detailing as well. I did try before for like Cardinia, just a few small little sessions where it just pop up to show some inner detail, but it's not that crazy, like those the full body or just open hatch type. Yeah. Wow, that one crazy. Yeah. There's another Korean guy, not Korean guy, sorry, Japanese guy. Cannot remember his Instagram. It's D something with all the digit. And then he also do those crazy hardcore high grade stuff with moving mechanism, open hatch and stuff. So yeah, very nice to look at this kind of masterpiece. It's just said that when it comes to competition, right, this kind of stuff is like maybe too common. The creativity or the surprise value is no longer the same as before, but it's still very nice to look at. So like this piece here can actually be a open hatch as well. I'll just pop up, but instead of that I decided to just flip it up, so that when you look at the whole model kit, instead of something just sticking out, you have some movement of it. okay lah. I mean, competition is like that one. No? You cannot be doing the same thing every year and expect to win at it. No? That's why the creativity part quite important. The piece that I just shown have some piston below. No, there's no piston here at all. Oops, it's just yeah, wait, let me find that. Actually, it belongs to this part. There's something in between. I actually cut it away already. So if you are familiar with this, it's actually from the back leg of Sazabi. So yeah, I actually cut it off and do some cleanup here. Can add in scratch build. Oh, okay. Possible. It's possible to add some hydraulics as well. Actually, in fact, I did have some ideas of adding some details here, but we will see how it goes. Whether I need those extra work to get the details out. In fact, I also want to do, because there are some open space here, I might actually add some details here as well. It really depends whether those details can be seen from a certain angle or not. But hydraulic wise, maybe not. I'm looking for something that will relate to my front skirt, because I have those this big wheel in front, right? So I might be doing something related to this. Otherwise, then I will just keep it simple, because we also have deadlines. I think we have less than 3 months. So if I want to push myself to take part this year, I most probably have to keep things simple. Okay, so I'll be using the third tool, which is this particular sanding, again a metal file. I bought this over at Japan last December during the GBWC, and there's actually a few different shapes. You have the round one, you have the flat one, you have the triangular one. So I bought maybe about 2 or 3 of them, and these are actually very similar to like a BMC scriber. The feeling when you touch them is very fragile, so you won't want to go and bend the metal files and stuff like that. I'm actually quite afraid that it will break as well, so I try to keep it in the plastic as well. So what we're going to do here is just going to lightly sand those corner area with this to sharpen the edges. So the product that I bought the price was about 1,000 yen, 1,030 yen, so maybe about 10 plus, 11 plus. Okay, now for the inside. Oh yeah, Justin, if you are still at the chat, can I check with you the Chrome that you are using for your Haro ball? Was it the what's that? E7 S09 Chrome? Oh yeah, my current build got a basket but the basket is not as big as the one in front. Okay, because looking from the photo, doesn't look as chrome as what I imagine. Because I'm tempted to try it out. I like the silver plating from E7. This I should try before the shine chrome also. I can't get the chrome. So actually today I wanted to. I can't seem to get the high shine. Yeah. Mine is the blur reflection. Yeah, exactly. So I have the same issue as you. So I actually brought it up to Sam as well. Like maybe last month, we were just discussing about certain thing about paint. So the recommendation that I have from him is that we need to let the black base, first of all you have to be glossy, that's for sure, and then we need to let it cure maybe for a day and stuff like that before we can actually spray the silver chrome. So I did spray this afternoon, or actually this evening. So I might be doing that chrome tomorrow, or maybe the day after, if I got my hands on the chrome. I have one chrome with me now, but I do not know if it's going to be the same chrome as the new one. Yeah, correct. Gaia Note also recently came out with a new one as well. Hobby Point, I saw it selling, I think it was about $19, I can't recall already. When I was in Japan, I saw how it looks. The bottle itself and the actual sample, it's actually pretty good. So right now I'm just very tempted to try it out, the particular chrome. The last chrome that I used and I really love it one was the RCS chrome, the one that have a skull head in front. But unfortunately, that particular paint I can't buy and keep it. I actually bought 2 small bottles of it, total about 50 plus. And what happened is that maybe over past few months or past few weeks, the silver particles, the pigment start to become jelly. Everything turn white and cannot be used at all already. So quite wasted. I'm not sure if it's a PSI issue or I don't think the mirror chrome or the shine chrome need to be buff. So I'll need to try it out as well. Then we see how. Can try, but I don't want it. I think the price of that Molotov, first of all, I do not know if what kind of base is it? Is it lacquer, acrylic, and stuff like that? Molotov definitely looks good, the chrome, even from the marker straight up. Spray a layer of gloss over the black. Maybe. Did they mention what kind of gloss was it? Clear gloss, okay. I shall try it tomorrow. But the gloss that I currently have is actually very glossy then, so don't know if it's good enough to paint the chrome or not. The reason why your gloss black might be blur at some area, you have to check how you spray, because let me just give you an example. Because when we spray directly on the surface, right, this section here will, wet coat lah, this section here will be glossy, but because the paint, the air will actually blow in outer direction as well, so this section here might actually become blur lah, because the air actually blow it that way. So one way you can try is to maybe, I'm not an expert here, lower down your PSI so that your air will not be that strong. So when you push, when you spray, your paint is only falling right at the center instead of being pushed out to the side. I haven't tried this before, but you can try it out and see whether it works. The other way is after setting everything, you polish it, that's another way, or you can try to spray one layer first, and then if you realize that that section there have a bit of blur, using the same paint, thin down a little bit more, and then do a wet coat over it, a very quick one, and see whether it works or not. Possible also. I think the important part here is that when your paint, especially when you airbrush, when you do wet coat, right, the section in the middle will always be gloss, but the moment that you move, because the sides will have paint coming out as well, right, the air is pushing it out. So important thing is the paint must have that leveling, self-leveling effect. Otherwise, it will just be blur. One thing for sure I know is Gaia Gloss Black is not that glossy. It's actually like semi-gloss. But Mr. Hobby sorry, Mr. Color Gloss Black is very good. E7 Gloss Black also is actually very good. Still have a lot of things to experiment. Even I myself, play around with PSI, thinning ratio. There's no fixed answer or solution. Okay, now let's check. Okay, this is straight. Okay, not bad, quite straight. Okay, now to sharpen the corner. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is, I mean, the part will definitely fit well. Okay, but just now when I remove the parts, right, kind of think that actually the overlapping effect looks pretty good as well. Something like that. So instead of going under, overlapping it, kind of looks interesting. So I'm trying to see if I'm able to achieve that as well. Oops. So most probably we might not be able to do that now. So I guess I just have to live with the current modification that I have done. Okay. Okay, I want to do some double check before I move on to do the detailing. Actually, there are a few more things that I want to sand down, especially the plug bit around it. Just want to check first whether there's any error. Alright, looks okay to me. Okay, we still have a bit of time, maybe another half an hour. I will continue to do some detailing work as well. I might want to try to do some panel line here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just comparing between should I use the normal Dymo tape or should I be using the 6mm guiding tape for this particular line across, and I'm going to go ahead with the Dymo tape. For the side here, I'll be using a 3mm with a 6mm, so now I just need to know which line should I scribe first. Okay, 6mm will come here, draw a line across. Hey Esther, hello. Okay, usually for priming, it's not necessary that you need to spray until everything perfectly grey, to be honest. It really depends on what you want to do. If you are, like for me, if I'm just doing a check, I haven't do any painting yet. Just an average, mist coat of primer, evenly spread out across. If I notice there is some error, then I think most probably I will stop spraying really. You don't need to be like wow perfectly evenly all gray. You can have small little patches. Don't have to be so particular about it. But if you are going for painting wise, after washing the kit, I will spray the primer quite evenly throughout. Okay, unless you're telling me that you're going to spray black or darker color after the primer, then not so necessary already now. But if you're going to spray a lighter color, something that is lighter than your primer, things like yellow, things like blue or red, these colors will be affected by your primer. Okay, so you will definitely need to be even. Then yeah lor. Especially if you're just checking, not necessarily you need to spray until everything is perfectly gray, because sometimes also waste the primer, especially if you know that that part that you going to spray, you know there's going to be some error already. You're not that confident, you know that there might be some problem. It's not necessary that you need to spray until every single area of it is gray. Okay, one down. The other side I'll be doing it offline. I want to take some photos for it for Patreon as well, so I will not be doing that right now. But I guess you guys get the rough idea how you can actually make use of those guiding tape to help you with doing scribing. On top of this, I can actually do quite a few other details. If you talk about simple one, you can actually just draw like 2 dots here. Yeah. Or if you want to do some chiseling work, you can also maybe do some chiseling here to play with some thick and thin lines. Or you can also do it over here, or you can even do it outside. It sees what you want. Eraser, where is the eraser? Thought I have it somewhere on my right side. Oh. I used before the visual primer, the black one. I didn't use the white one. It's a bit sticky and rubbery one, so it's not really what I like, the primer. I still prefer the Tamiya one. So yeah, I'm looking for my eraser. I kept it back into the shelf. My live chat is not updating again. Let's see if it's yeah, it's somehow, even after letting it dry for a day or two or even for a week, still that sticky feeling. So never really use it again. Maybe for miniature stuff it's not that obvious, but for model kit, we keep handling them, touching them and stuff. So it's just my preference maybe. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I still cannot see the comments. Something is wrong. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, in terms of detailing wise, I will most probably spend some time to think again. Yeah, I understand. Some of the bottles will be. So at the corner here, the edges here, I'll be making use of the detail that I've done during the last video. We'll be sticking it here this time around. Originally it was supposed to be here. One issue I face right now is that because I already sliced out this portion, putting the detail here might not actually fit. Another issue is that this surface here is curved. This bar plate, it can't really curve that much as compared to the surface itself. So I will most probably be putting it here. Something like that, right? Vallejo, the spray can primer, is water based. I think it's acrylic, but it's actually quite strong one. Just that funny is yeah, anyway, it's not something I like to use. Still prefer the Tamiya one and Mr. Color. Okay guys, so I'm going to end the video very soon. Since you have quite a lot of people here, about 9 to 10, do you have any questions or feedback? Maybe I can help to answer them right now before I end the video. I'll let you all know again in the afternoon. If can, then maybe during my lunch break I might rush over to get the paint. If not, then maybe not. I don't go with you. I think I have the reason why I go Hobby Art is just to get the chrome, but I have the chrome somewhere in my shelf. I just need to search for it and then maybe bring it to school tomorrow to test it out. No lah, not going to toy fair lah. Maybe if not, then can see how, maybe meet you all for dinner or something. If not, then I will most probably rush home again to work on the Nightingale. So let's see lah. Nothing else, then I will be ending the video here lah. So alright guys, thanks so much for staying out with me again. The next video will most probably be on a weekend, on a Saturday evening, same time around 10. By then maybe there'll be more updates on the side skirt itself, and hopefully next week we can move on to the back skirt. There's quite a lot of work for the back skirt. Currently the back skirt is only so I have everything over here. So what we have is just this weird looking part for the back skirt. I have two empty space here which I need to work things out. I did have some idea previously, but it might be a bit too much. So I'll see how it goes for next week. So with that, again, thanks so much for staying with me for this video, and I hope this video is helpful and useful for you guys as well. So that's all. Thank you very much, and good night. Bye bye.